Now coming up on this video, we'll work through problems 10, 11, and 12. And here's 10. So if you can draw something, let's go ahead and draw this. So it says a length of rectangle. So right away, I'm seeing a rectangle. So here in number 10, let's draw a rectangle. Any rectangle will do. And now we need some labels here. Let's just look through and see what we've going on. Rectangle is 8 inches more than its width, Find the length and width of the rectangle. Okay, so I'm going to go to that last sentence. Find the length and the width. Now, here's what I know. The length is given in terms of the width, right? We've done problems like this before where we're trying to introduce a variable, and which do we let it be, the first or the second? Well, typically, we're going to let the variable be the second one that comes up. So we're given the length first, the second is the width. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to let x be the width, and then I can get the length. And what it says is that the length is 8 more than, now there's that more than. Remember, what follows more than is where we start. More than is width. We start at the width. Now I know the width is x, and I want 8 more than that. So how about you start here and then you add 8 to it. And now we're also told that the perimeter is 36 inches. So we know this. We know that the perimeter of a rectangle is 2 lengths plus 2 widths, or essentially what it is. It's just this plus this plus this plus this, but that's 2 lengths and 2 widths. And now all we have to do is just substitute into this formula. So we're going to have P is equal to 2 lengths, but the length is x plus 8, so we'll get 2 of those plus 2 of the widths, and the widths are x's, right? So it says if we let x be the width, then the length is 8 more than that, the width plus 8, and then we have a formula for the perimeter of a rectangle is 2 lengths plus 2 widths. So I know the perimeter is 2 times x plus 8, because that's the length, and 2 of these widths. But we're also given P here. P is 36, so I'm going to replace that. So I'm going to get 36 equals 2x plus 8 plus 2x. Let's multiply through. We'll get 36 equals 2x plus 16 plus 2x. This will give us 36 equals now 2x, and 2x is 4x plus 16. Let's subtract that 16. Oh, that's a mess. Let's subtract that 16. So 36 minus 16 is 20. So we will get 20 equals 4x. Divide by 4. And we'll get 5 is equal to x. But now it's a word problem. So go all the way back to the beginning. What is x? Oh, x is the width. We've got this one here. So I'm going to write that right below it. And I'll write x plus 8 equals, and I've got x right there. So it's 5 plus 8, which is 13. So we can summarize here. We have the length and the width. Now the length came from what? The x plus 8, and that's down here, right? Going too fast. There's the length. X plus 8 is the 13 inches. That's our length. So the length is 13 inches. And the width, that was the x, that was 5 inches. There we have it. Now let's look at 11 here. We've got the perimeter of a rectangle is 40. So we're looking at the perimeter of a rectangle. So right away, I'm going to draw a rectangle. And here's what I know. The length is 2 more than 2 times the width. Find the length and the width. So very similar to number 10, but slightly different lengths and widths. But the length is given in terms of the width. So I'm going to let x be the width, right? That's the one that comes second. Now, what do we know about the length? The length is 2 meters more than, well, there's that more than again. What follows more than is where we start, 2 times the width. Well, the width is x, so 2 times the width is 2x. And we have, what, 2 meters more than that. So we're going to add 2. So we're going to find the perimeter. We have a formula. Perimeter is 2 lengths plus 2 widths. And now we're given that the perimeter, right back here, perimeter is 40. So we're going to get it to right here. 40 is equal to 2 times the length, but the lengths are 2x plus 2, right? The length is at 2x plus 2 plus 2 times the width, and the width is just x, plus 2x. So we are going to get 40 equals, multiply through 4x plus 4 plus 2x. We can add those. So we'll get 40 equals 6x plus 4. Let's subtract that 4. So we'll get 40 minus 4 is 36 equals 6x. Divide by 6, we'll get x equals 6, right? 36 divided by 6 is 6. But it's a word problem, so follow it all the way back. What is x? X is the width of the rectangle. And we also need this one. That's the length. So I'm going to write that right down here. So now 2x plus 2 is equal to, and there's x. So what do we get? 2 times 6 plus 2. We get 12 plus 2. We get 14. So if we summarize the length and the width, now the length came from 2x plus 2, and when we did our computations, that was the 14. So this is 14 meters, and the width, that's x, and that came from right here. That's going to be 6 meters. Now we've got what we're asked for, the length and the width. Number 12, we're told that we have the longest side of a triangle. All right, so right away we're dealing with triangles. I'm going to draw a triangle. Now just draw a triangle. It doesn't matter what it looks like, but there's a triangle. And now we're given that the longest side, now the way I drew it, there's the longest side. Just draw some triangle and pick out your longest side. That's 3 inches longer than the shortest side. Okay, now there's the shortest side. So the longer is given in terms of the shorter, right? So the longer comes first, the shorter comes second. So I'm going to let x be the shorter side. And then what do you know about the longer side? Up here, the longer side is 3 inches longer than, okay, more than. So there's that more than. What follows more than is where we start. We start the shortest side. So we're going to start with the x, and we want 3 more than that. So this is going to be x plus 3. And now we need to get this side here. So let's keep reading. It says the medium side, maybe that's that one. The medium side of 2 inches, the medium side, that's supposed to be is, the medium side is 2 inches longer than the shortest side. So again, the medium is given in terms of the shortest. So this is given in terms of the x. So we'll start here, and it says the medium is 2 inches longer than the shortest. So this is 2 inches longer than the shortest. And now we know this, that the perimeter is 20. So to get the perimeter, we're just going to add these up, right? So we know that the perimeter, 20, is equal to, I'll start here. It doesn't matter where you start. I'll just start here. Then I'll go here. Then I'll go here. It doesn't matter. The order doesn't matter. X plus 3 plus x plus 2, right? There's the shorter. There's the longest. There's the medium. So we'll get 20 equals, now how many x's? 1, 2, 3 x's, and plus 5. Okay, we can solve this. Let's subtract the 5. Oh, that's a mess. Subtract the 5. 20 minus 5 is 15. That's equal to 3x. Divide by 3, and we'll get x equals 5. And now, back up here, what is x? Well, x is the shortest side. So we have to get this one and this one. Let's just go around this way. So the shortest side is 5. Now the x plus 2, I'm going to write that right down here. X plus 2, and there's the x. So it's 5 plus 2, which is 7. And then we also have the longest side, x plus 3. I'm going to write that right here. So x plus 3 equals, and there's the x, which is the 5. I get 5 plus 3 is 8. So here's what we have. We are just asked for this. What do we ask for? What are the lengths of the 3 sides? So it doesn't say long, medium, short. Doesn't matter. What are the lengths of the 3 sides? So we're dealing inches. So we're going to say 5 inches, 7 inches, and 8 inches.